I'm begging for an AI blocker to be made. There has to be a way. No, I think this is the way. I think this is part of the way. My 14-year-old just yelled at me from the other room, Mom, but if you do an AI blocker, then the AI companies are just going to try and find a way to be sneakier and to get around the blocker and still keep doing AI. Maybe, but I'm not sure about that. I think that we are watching this pendulum swinging really hard back away from all of the bullshit we've been fed about how great AI is going to be, how it's inevitable, it's the future of everything. It's not true. I've been saying for a while that we don't have to accept what the oligarchs say. We don't have to accept what the technocrat bros say as they're high as balls on Special K. Like we don't have to believe that they are somehow prophetic beings who know what the future is. They're just a bunch of grifty bros, right? They're a bunch of amoral incel grifty bros who are absolutely running a scam on everybody. Their goal is to overinflate their promises so they can overinflate the market, so they can cash out at the top and not be the last one left holding the bag. Like it's just a grift. AI is just a grift. Not that there aren't useful things that AI could do for us if we designed it to serve our needs and to improve our quality of life, rather than just being like a Theranos, rather than just having it be an absolute scam. I mean, this is the problem of capitalism, right? There's no incentive to make something that works better for all of us. There's just an incentive to drive up your stock value and then get the hell out of Dodge as quick as you can. Didn't Peter Thiel just go to Argentina?
How can the stock market be up while everyone is suffering?
Yeah, Wall Street seemed really happy.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Because with the advent of very soon artificial intelligence, AI is already being installed in many of these companies. They have big contracts for AI. They think that they can get down their payroll costs, and they're already laying off huge numbers of people.
Yep.
And remember, payrolls are 2/3 of the costs of most corporations. So if they can get their payrolls down to 50% as opposed to 66%, what's the rest? The rest is profit. And so you have profits going up. And as profits go up, the stock market goes up. But average working people are losing their jobs.
And paying more.
I don't know. Howard Lutnick was on TV the other day saying we're going to have 6-point-something% GDP growth. So it sounds like it's all rosy to me. I don't know.
I mean, these people don't know what they're doing, or they are knaves. They are selling the country or trying to lie to the country, either fools or knaves. Howard Lutnick is certainly in both categories. Again, taxes on the rich and on big corporations have plummeted. The profits of big corporations are soaring. Jobs and wages are going nowhere or going down. This is what we are seeing all over the U.S. economy. This is the story of the U.S. economy under Trump.
But I think we're seeing this consciousness. If people don't want what AI is selling them. There was a survey that came out not too long ago saying that a majority of Gen Z don't like AI. We're seeing Americans overwhelmingly are now aware of what AI data centers are like, the intense noise pollution, the water pollution, the opportunity cost, the way that it destroys the value of their communities in so many ways. People don't want it across this is AI data centers is like the unifying issue. Republicans and Democrats agree very strongly, fuck those things. Nobody wants them. They do not serve any good. And they're not just for generative AI, a lot of it is for surveillance, right? It's for government surveillance. It's for flock camera footage. It's for all of the information they're scraping off the internet about you. They just call it AI data centers as a little bit of a cope. So it's not like it's all ChatGPT shit. All those giant Amazon data centers they're building out in Boardman, Oregon, that's because Amazon Web Services hosts for Palantir, which works with ICE to do surveillance. So that's not about Claude or what have you. That's all about government surveillance. But it's still a shared fight. It's the people against all of these giant warehouses. It's the people against these things that are being foisted on us that we don't want. And I think as we're watching the pendulum swing back the other way, in particular with AI, it's more than just the scales have fallen from our eyes and the bloom is off the rose. We're becoming more educated. And I think we are emerging out of this period where people thought that Elon Musk was great and he was smart. Like all that rhetoric right before the election about how he's a genius. He's not he's not smart. He's not smart. He just has money, right? And he has no morals. Like men who have no scruples and a wad of cash, well, they can ascend to the presidency of the United States, or they can buy somebody a seat in the White House, right? Because that's what's happened. Hang on, I gotta get my computer here because I just saw a really interesting piece about AI and how, I don't know that the solution is AI blockers, but it is the fact that people want AI blockers that is indicative of the solution. Because the thing is, even when we were buying all the bullshit about how great AI was going to be, I mean, I never bought the bullshit, but when so many people were buying the bullshit about how AI was going to be the future of everything, and we saw it being foisted on corporations who were told this will automate everything. Automation is the future because it is human beings that are the most expensive part of any company. Having to pay people for their labor and skills and expertise, having to offer healthcare. You know what? All of these corporations, they could have just been in favor of universal healthcare instead of firing all of their employees and paying millions and millions for these AI platforms that don't work and that they are jettisoning at an alarming rate because they're finding out like none of this worked for us and now we have to hire people back. Our companies have lost tons of money. Pizza Hut found this out. Starbucks found this out. AI bots hallucinate and they fuck shit up. They don't make things work better, and they're not better than human beings. You think it will save you money, and it's not. And corporations are finding that out. Not only them, but schools are finding it out because school boards and superintendents all around the country who buddy with these AI companies have purchased very expensive AI platforms for their schools, and they're not working well. It's not helping our children. It's not helping equip our children for the future. But all of these schools, like my kids have talked about how AI has been foisted on them at the college level, at the community college and four-year university, that they're being told they have to use all of these AI proctoring software, and you have to input your paper and you have to have AI generate your assignment for you. So you learn how to use AI because it's the future of everything, except none of it works, right? It's all shoddy. It hallucinates. It doesn't tell you the truth. AI is not designed to do good research for you. It's not designed to give you factual answers. And the more the internet is full of AI slop and the more the internet is full of mis and disinformation, generative AI is scraping all of that wrongness, all of that error off the internet, and AI becomes even more useless and even more unreliable. MIT put out a study late in 2025 called The State of AI in Business 2025. And it found that 95+% of AI initiatives at companies failed to return a profit for the businesses that plunked a bunch of money into them.
Imagine you work for a $2 billion company and you roll up to work one morning and you find out that your 401k contribution will no longer be matched by the company because they are interested in putting that measly amount for their employees, that little itty bit for a $2 billion company, into AI research, AI processes in the name of efficiency. And then you read what your company's spokespeople say and they go, this is actually a positive signal in the labor market. This is good. This is an investment back in our people for their long-term future. Come on. The U.S. is in a quality job crisis. When companies start hemorrhaging parental leave, IVF benefits, your 401k match, come on now.
And I've talked about how AI, as we use it right now, is just cognitive offloading. My eldest kid calls it secondhand thinking. It's not making us smarter. It's not making us more adaptive. It is dulling our creativity. And, our brains are use it or lose it. But I think we're going to see more and more demand from people for less AI. I want something that is real and authentic, that is not soulless and spat out by some bot. It's the people who want the shift. It's the people who drive the shift. And so while AI is being forced on us by the technocrat bros who are like desperate, right? They're really anxious to get all of their money as quick as they can and try and evade what's coming. I know a lot of people ask like, well, why is it that the technocrat bros haven't planned for what happens when AI doesn't work, or why they haven't planned for anything in the future. Guys, they're not thinking about the future. It's a cash grab, it's a grift. They're only thinking about their next move to try and get ahead of all of their marks and to pocket more and more cash. Like, it was never designed to do right by any of us or to make society function better. And unfortunately, we're all going to pay we already are paying a very heavy cost for a handful of amoral incel grifters who are bilking all of us. But people are realizing that they're being played.
Okay, what do we think?
Delete the M dash.
Yeah, and misspell some words.
This finger down emoji thing looks AI.
Yeah, and change the it's not this, it's this.
Also, why are you using the word delve? You would never say delve.
But that's the best word for it.
It needs to be more casual.
But not too casual.
Yeah, and add some filler words.
But not like a ton of filler words.
What if you include a video of you writing the email?
Or just handwrite the email, take a picture of that, and send it.
Ooh.
Add a slur.
Or what about...
Okay, looks great, guys. Gosh, AI saves so much time.
We are already seeing more and more businesses who are marketing with the we don't use AI anywhere in our business. We don't use AI in our advertising. We are anti-AI. We are pro-human creativity. Let me give you an example. A couple of days ago, I got a pitch from a company to partner with them to put out sponsored content. And one of their requirements in responding to their email was that you have to agree to not have generative AI write any of the scripts for your videos, and you can't use any generative AI in your cover cards or anywhere in your videos. And I was like, that's no problem for me. Let me click apply right here. But you're gonna see that because there's an awful lot of social media creators who use a shit ton of AI for their scripting and also for their cover cards and other graphics. Don't think it's going to last long. We're going to see the people drive what happens next. We're going to see the people flexing their muscles. When the people become aware and we decide that we don't want something, we can enact change. Not only can we push back, but we can enact change and decide that we want something different and get something different. Part of the reason that AI has been put on us like it's inevitable is because we've just kind of allowed it to happen, right? We've kind of been sitting there like, okay, they say it's inevitable, they say it's the future, I guess we got to learn how to use it. And now we're realizing like, no, the fuck we don't have to use that. When the people understand that power always resides with us and we choose to exercise that power, we can choose something different. We can make something different happen. AI is not inevitable. Data centers all over the country are not inevitable. The future that these sad, coked out, high as balls, insecure men want does not have to be the future that we have. And I would say we better fucking make sure that it's not.